I was 11 years old, and it was a friend at school that just played this stuff to me, and I just got obsessed with it. And I went, wow, I love this music. So I started going into record shops by the time I was 11, 12 years old. And then that went into turntablism, which I got into at that young age as well. But you know, obviously then I was a kid and couldn't afford a pair of Technics SL 1210, so I'd have a battered up old turntable, a couple of tape decks I used to use to do pause mixing, and I'd basically use anything I could to try and create pieces of music. I used to like layer up break beats and drum breaks that I used to repeat on the decks over and put samples in over the top on the Tascam 4 tracks. After that setup, we had a Roland W30, an Ensoniq EPS 16 Plus sampler, a dodgy old Tascam desk that's fallen apart, a DAT machine with no door on it, and it's just all bits and pieces we picked up from my friends. Then we'd go off and get them mastered at Porky's. I think that's where we first started getting our stuff mastered, and they had a big old Fairchild compressor in there that made everything sound kind of nice from the crap mix downs that we'd done on our crappy equipment. But it was enough to get a vibe, and then what we started doing was we were just putting out loads of records, and then one just went bang. I always called the music industry shark infested waters. And it was one of the also reasons I set up Black Rock Records and Black Rock Publishing, was to actually help the younger generation not make the same mistakes that I made early in my career. Sales are quite poor these days with pirating, illegal downloads, and yeah, it's just not the same as when music was physical, really. That's basically where you've got to make your money now out of records, is through syncs, publishing, plays. You can get really carried away. I think I went through a stage of that where I was just, with this, I was just overproducing stuff, and my mixes were getting cluttered with loads of sounds that shouldn't be in there. But the last few years I've sort of learned how to deal with that and get the workflow kind of right. I would like a pocket-sized lyra. Literally something I can have in my pocket that's got 2 inputs, 2 outputs. With, I don't know, something like a MacBook Air. Everything like really small and portable. So, you know, even my 15-inch Macs now, I'm getting sick of carrying them around and finding them too heavy now. I like a MacBook Air and a Lyra, pocket Lyra.